Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Imagine a scenario that seems almost too good to be true. But hey, in the NFL, surprises are the norm, right? Rumors are swirling around the league, and they point to a potential blockbuster trade that could shake up the AFC North in a way that we haven't seen in years. The New York Jets, currently struggling with a 2-5 record after starting the season with so much promise, are reportedly eyeing a bold move. They're considering trading Garrett Wilson, the explosive wide receiver drafted in 2022 as the 10th overall pick, to the Pittsburgh Steelers in exchange for a second-round pick in 2026. Now, this might sound like just another trade, but the implications are enormous. This deal could be the catalyst for a major offensive upgrade for Pittsburgh, a team that's been steadily building towards something special, especially with Russell Wilson at quarterback. Let's take a moment to appreciate what Garrett Wilson represents. This guy is a game changer. He's fast, agile with sharp route running, and he's proven to be a top-tier receiver in just his second season. Up to September 15, 2025, Wilson has already amassed over 450 receiving yards in his career, with 25 touchdowns and an impressive average of 2 yards per reception. In the current 2025 season, he's already accumulated 612 yards from 7 games, with a standout performance of 142 yards in Week 3 against the Patriots. His PFF grade overall is in the top 10 among wide receivers, sitting at an incredible 88. His yards after catch are equally impressive, with 285 yards YAC, and his ability to create mismatches is top-notch. His separation rate is elite, at 78%, which is 15% above league average, and he's forced 12 missed tackles this season, reminiscent of Tyreek Hill's prime post-catch agility. But why would the Jets consider trading him? Well, the Jets are in a tricky cap situation, with around $15 million in cap space for 2026, which is tight when you factor in extensions for players like Sauce Gardner and the ongoing rebuild after Aaron Rodgers' injury. The team is also looking to shed some salary to bolster their offensive line, which has struggled lately. Their pass-blocking grade, according to PFF, is only 62. Indicating room for improvement. Meanwhile, the Steelers are sitting comfortably with about $52 million in cap space, and they see this as a perfect opportunity to add a dynamic young receiver who can immediately elevate their offense. Especially considering recent injuries to their offensive line that have limited their run game, averaging just 98 yards per game, having a weapon like Wilson could be transformative. Now, let's analyze what this move could mean for the Steelers. Adding Garrett Wilson into the mix would be like injecting dynamite into their offensive scheme. Arthur Smith, their offensive coordinator, would have a field day designing plays to maximize Wilson's explosive ability. If the trade goes through, projections suggest that Wilson could reach over 200 receiving yards in 2025, significantly boosting the team's passing efficiency. His addition could elevate the EPA per pass from +0.12 to +0.27, especially with Russell Wilson throwing him the ball. This duo could become one of the most dangerous receiving tandems in the league, reminiscent of the Seahawks, Metcalf, and Lockett back in 2022, which boosted Seattle's aerial attack by about 200 yards per game. Imagine the Steelers' defense, already a menace with top 5 sacks totaling 28 so far this season, gaining even more relief with longer offensive possessions. Longer drives mean fewer opportunities for opponents, and with Wilson's threat as a deep threat, third down conversions would skyrocket from 38% to about 45%. This would complement Najee Harris' running game, which averages 2 yards per carry, especially on play-action passes. Plus, with the secondary recovering from injuries that cost them 2 games, adding a dynamic receiver like Wilson would help keep the defense fresh and less exposed on crucial third downs. His ability to stretch the field and force defenses to commit extra coverage would open up opportunities for the entire offense. Now let's talk about the big picture, Super Bowl aspirations. Before this rumor, the Steelers had odds of +1,800 to win the Super Bowl this season, according to DraftKings as of October 31, 2025. But with a move like this, those odds could plummet, maybe to +1,200 or even lower. Think about the boost that Kansas City experienced when they acquired Tyreek Hill in 2019. Their explosiveness jumped significantly, and the Chiefs went on to reach the Super Bowl that season. If Garrett Wilson joins the Steelers, it could have a similar impact, especially in the playoffs. Facing defenses like Baltimore's, which allows around 26 points per game, having a deep threat like Wilson could be the difference maker in tight postseason contests. His ability to create big plays would elevate Pittsburgh's win probability against top-tier pass defenses, making them a legitimate contender rather than just a wild card team. This move could be the defining moment that takes the Steelers from a decent team into a true Super Bowl contender. By adding Wilson, they'd be creating a potent offensive attack that could challenge the best defenses in the league, while also giving their defense a breather with longer time of possession. It's a strategy that's rooted in data and analytics, and it's exactly what Pittsburgh needs to get back to the promised land. The AFC North, as competitive as ever, would suddenly have to contend with a Steelers team that's stacked with talent and explosiveness. The Ravens, Bengals, and Browns would all have to rethink their strategies if this deal goes through, because Pittsburgh would be a formidable force with Wilson in the fold. And let's not forget the ripple effect. The Jets, by trading Wilson, would be focusing their rebuild on younger assets and draft picks, setting themselves up for a future that could be bright with the right development. But for the Steelers, this isn't just about one player. It's about making a statement that they're serious contenders, not just trying to sneak into the playoffs, but aiming for the top. It's about establishing a new identity, one that combines a formidable defense with a dynamic, explosive offense led by a receiver like Garrett Wilson. This could be the move that cements the Steelers' status as a perennial powerhouse in the AFC. So fans, it's all on the table right now. The league whispers, the rumors swirl, and we all wait to see if this blockbuster trade materializes. If it does, it's going to be one of the most exciting moves in recent NFL history, a true game changer that could redefine how the Steelers approach the rest of this season and beyond. Imagine the thrill of seeing Wilson in black and gold, running routes that leave defenders grasping at thin air, catching deep bombs from Russell Wilson, and celebrating those iconic touchdowns that electrify Heinz Field. The potential is enormous, and I know many of you are just as eager as I am to see how this unfolds. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you believe Garrett Wilson is the game changer this team needs to finally push over the top? Or do you think the Steelers should focus on their current roster and develop their young talent? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers community, and I always love hearing your insights. Remember, this is a discussion, and your voice is part of what makes this channel special. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and more breaking news about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Stay tuned because the best is yet to come, and with rumors like this swirling, it's an exciting time to be a Steelers fan. Thanks for sticking around, and as always, let's keep the passion alive. Hail to the Steel Curtain.